My name is Jorge Luis Chavez. I work at the Oklahoma Hall of Fame Gaylord Pickens Museum, and I was part of the Omega Delta Phi fraternity incorporated at Oklahoma State, which was the Beta Nu chapter.
I'm Natha. I'm a registered nurse, and I was a part of the Native American Women's sorority Gamma Delta Pi while at the University of Oklahoma.
Hi, my name is Ayana Wheeler. I am the project co-director for Gear Up OKC, and I am a proud member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated.
So my name is DeAndre Price. I currently work with the Gear Up grant, Gear Up OKC as a Gear Up college coach, and the organization I'm a part of is Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated.
Hi, my name is Mariah Warren. I am the lead professional development coordinator for the Gear Up grants, and I am a member of Alpha Phi Omega, a co-ed service fraternity, so I'm a brother of Alpha Phi Omega.
So fraternity is basically just it's kind of like a step up of a club. It's a little more involved and hands-on, but it's basically kind of just a group of like-minded individuals who kind of work together to achieve certain goals, whether it be I know one thing for us was achieve chapter of the year, kind of fundraising, kind of just building a home away from home for a lot of our brothers. And so yeah, just a collection of like-minded individuals.
I think that I could say that it really positively impacted my college experience just by the number of opportunities that it gave me. I made a lot of friends and connections that just really opened my eyes to other ways to get involved on campus. And I gained a lot of mentors and learned about other people's homes, their tribes, their majors, just a lot of things that I might not have been exposed to in any other situation. I also got to see and practice leadership among my peers, which was a really useful experience and skill, like moving forward.
For me, being African American, college, being portrayed as African American woman, college wasn't necessarily the assumption for us, and even for our amazing founders, and that is one thing that if you find any of our Divine Nine Greek organizations, we really are big on pushing a narrative that African Americans belong in higher education. And not only do we belong, we're going to make space and we're going to uplift others with us. And so being a part of Delta Sigma Theta has given me a sense of honor. There are amazing Deltas. We have Justice Brown, who was just appointed a few years ago. She's one of our sorors. Nikki Giovanni, Shirley Chisholm, and the list goes on and on and on. And I am blessed to be a member of an organization founded, created by, sustained by just amazing Black women leaders.
Oh yeah, the challenge for sure is raising the money, getting the money to actually do the rush or do our pledge, because it's a substantial amount, especially when you think about like undergrads, 18 to 22, 23-year-olds wanting to do this. I can remember, I think mine was about 2,500 at the time when I wanted to pledge, and that was one of the most difficult things to do, was just trying to get the money and raise the money to make sure I had enough to qualify before the deadline. So that was like the big thing.
Because we met regularly, we had a lot of built-in structures of learning how to organize and facilitate meetings, which have impacted every part of my career because I have wanted to be in leadership positions in my career. In addition, we did things like meetings and budgets and being able to reach out to these different philanthropies and communicate with them, being able to plan events like we already talked about. So there's a lot of pieces of that communication to where traditionally as a college kid you may not communicate with adults outside of the university system. And that experience of Alpha Phi Omega gave me the opportunity to do that with the support of our advisors. And so every fraternity has a staff advisor that can help you do things like get in contact with major companies and any of these different soft skills. There's an advisor there to help that may not be tied to anything you work with in your degree.
They have a special place for me personally, but in the lives of a lot of people, because they a lot of times they are that home away from home, and give that sense of familiarity and closeness to it may remind you of home, but then at the same time, like I said, for my particular example, it kind of opened my perspective on the world, and kind of meeting people from different cultures and different kind of just different aspects, right? Being exposed to people who don't like spicy food. I love spicy food, and then having a roommate who doesn't like spicy food, that also was kind of like, oh, okay, that's kind of just changing my perspective, right? Because I had a very an understanding that, oh, like, everybody likes spicy food, like, who doesn't like spicy food, right? And so kind of these little things that challenge your accepted worldview are very important, and again, they could be like little things like spicy food and stuff like that, but it could also extend into politics, into religion, into kind of just personal perspectives, right? And so being able to not only feel familiar and welcomed, but also challenged a little bit is, I think.
To know that I come from a legacy of amazing women who made a difference, who were brave. You know, think of 22 young women in 1930. Their first act was trying to get the right for women to vote. And they were African American, and it still didn't come for them at that time, but they still put themselves out there to advocate and try to create change. And so that's the legacy that I carry with me. And I just feel a sense of pride. Whatever I'm trying to do, whether it's personally or things in my professional life, I'm always trying to see if I am upholding that legacy. To me, I carry these letters with pride, but I know I also carry them with a sense of responsibility. And so it will continue to inform my decisions. You know, I work in education. We don't do it for the pay. You know, it's not like something you get paid a lot for, but I know that I'm able to make a difference, and I hope that I am able to mentor that next generation of young scholars, of men and women, whether they're African American or not, you know, to really help them find a sense of purpose, that they belong. And I think that's what the sisterhood always has given me, that you can be different, you know, we're not all the same, but we always have that connection of wanting to make a difference. And yeah, and we love red, you know, the color looks good on me.